Hey guys, meteorologist Erika Lopez here in the KHOU Weather Center on a very busy weather day that's starting, but it's only going to get even busier. So I wanted to give you guys the latest update now on Invest 98L. It's an area of investigation. Right now, still a tropical disturbance out in the Gulf of Mexico, northwestern portions of Gulf of Mexico. It now has a 50% chance that it may be our next tropical depression, if not a tropical storm. So what does that mean? Well, for us, it does not change the flooding threat. We're still talking about heavy rain that's going to be ongoing for the next couple of days. Here's what it looks like at the moment. We're talking about, you can notice actually the circulation that's ongoing right here. This is an area of low pressure that's swinging in all the Gulf moisture. That's why we have heaviest of the rain pushing through our coastal counties, especially along 45 and east of 45 at the moment. But that area of low pressure, about 50 miles off the coast, the Texas coast. So it is close enough to bring in and strong enough to bring in a lot of that moisture, swing it on through the Houston area. And this is why we're now officially under a flash flood watch from 1 p.m. through, as of now, Wednesday, but that will likely be extended through possibly Friday. It all depends how this is all going to play out. At the moment, we have heavy rain ongoing for the coastal counties, but it's been a mess of a commute out there. So if you do not need to be on the roads, highly recommend just to stay off the roads. They are slippery. It's been such a dry summer. Now we're talking about a lot of rain. That's basically going to cause a little bit of ponding on the roads for isolated areas throughout today, and we might have major flooding concerns by Wednesday into Thursday. So I want to show you the spaghetti plots for Invest 98L of this tropical disturbance out there, because they are all agreeing that this is filtering straight up north. It is moving at 7 miles an hour right now. I also want to talk about the winds, okay, because the only difference of this being just a disturbance or a tropical depression or a tropical storm is the wind component embedded within the storm. So that means we'll have gusty winds if it does turn into a tropical storm in the, at least 39 miles an hour or greater. So that means we'll have some gusty winds throughout the afternoon on top of the rain. But if this does not develop into depression or a tropical storm, we're mainly just talking rain. But the rain is our biggest threat regardless of development or not. So that's kind of the differentiation of what's going to go on here if this is a depression or if it remains a disturbance. Again, rainfall totals are going to be our biggest issue for the Houston area, especially for coastal areas south of I-10 and also east of 45, as that moisture is filtering in from the north and the east. That brings us with isolated areas that could pick up very well over a foot of rain when all is said and done by Thursday leading into Friday. So I don't want you to fixate on any specific numbers. Just because Angleton right here on this specific model run says 24 inches does not mean that if you live in Angleton, you're going to see 24 inches of rain. It means that that is possible for some areas, especially south of I-10, east of 45, that we could have rainfall accumulations as great as that in some area around our viewing area. Okay, don't get fixated on the numbers. We basically have to be on standby. It's very hard to pinpoint who's going to have the worst of the flooding issues, but it is something that we'll have to monitor together for the next several days. Now, obviously, this is good news for our drought concern. We need the rain. It's been very dry. I would not be surprised if the drought issue does get wiped out by the time we're talking about the end of this system and we're starting to fizzle out. But do notice that the greatest amount of rainfall totals is south and east of Houston, and it's west of Houston where we have moderate drought concerns. So I wouldn't be surprised if this part isn't washed out, but south and east of Houston, I think we should get back to normal conditions for our rainfall totals and our drought concerns for this time of the year. Okay, as far as what we're talking about right now, notice roads are slippery. Please drive safe out there for the next few days. Flash flood watch is in effect right now, but the flooding threat is in effect through Thursday. May even still be dealing with some ponding on the roads by Friday, but we do expect rain chances to start to taper off by Friday. Widespread anywhere from 4 to 10 inches, isolated areas 12 inches or more is completely possible when all is said and done for the next few days. Hey, at least we're getting some rain-cooled air out there. We get a break from the summertime heat that we've been all suffering through for this entire summer. So temperatures in the 70s right now. Enjoy that while you can, if you can enjoy the outdoors with all this rain. Again, it is wet out there, but this is kind of the start of this system that's pushing through. We're talking Wednesday and Thursday to be our wettest days of this system, and I do expect heavy rainfall likely for Wednesday and Thursday after an already wet day. So that means grounds are already saturated, so areas will be even more prone to flooding. So we'll continue to update you guys almost every hour here digitally, and also on the TV side coming up at noon, KHOU at noon. I'll have your latest update there as well. We'll chat soon.